Welcome back everyone, my name is Tony Lau and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about real estate. I'm going to be giving a forecast of real estate in the next couple years, particularly 2022. What's going to happen to the market? How the price is going to go? What's the future going to be look like with real estate? And I'm going to be projecting the prices of real estate using my knowledge in Feng Shui. How it's going to trend in the next couple years. Are we going to have a crash or a boom in the next couple years? Let's take a look. As I mentioned in this channel before, we're currently in the 8th cycle, number 8. And that started from 2004, ends in 2024, a 20-year cycle. The previous one is the 7th cycle that started in 1984 to 2004. And you notice around the world, we were seeing a gradual shift in the real estate trend, starting around 2004, lasted for like 3 years. That's usually how a shift happens. It takes about a couple years for it to adjust to the next cycle. And that's why we saw that crash in 2007 when the cycle completely adjusts. And then we have the recovery starting in 2008, 2009. And then price kind of capped around 2014. And it kind of stayed in this steady climb since then. So in my opinion, 2021 is where we see the cap of the real estate prices. It doesn't really go any further than this. If you have commercial real estate, you should think about cashing out this year. It's a good time to sell because you're not going to see much more gain in the next 2 years. The next cycle happens at 2024. As I mentioned, it's a 20-year cycle that started back in 2004. And then we're going to go to the 9th cycle. What you will see is a shift from the southwest water to the north water. So it doesn't happen right away because the ground shift is slow. So it will take probably a couple years for it to realize. But currently we're like booming and anywhere that has southwest water. And then the shift will happen to anywhere with like northern water. But now it's not a good time to buy because I'm expecting a crash around 2024 or the next couple years after that. At most, it will start in 2027. So, but if you're buying real estate as an investment, not to live in, but like as an investment, then you should hold off investing heavily into real estate right now because everything is just so expensive right now. You probably get some steady incline, but it doesn't justify the crash and the gain you could make after 2024. But how big is the crash going to happen? It depends on the area. Certain areas not going to see much of decline. Like major city like Manhattan, you're not going to see a huge drop because everyone wants to live there. Where you see the drop is area that you see is heavily overpriced, but not due to the growing demand. It's just arbitrary overpriced, inflated in certain area. Because area that have the actual demand, like people moving in, there's jobs there, and that will be a valid increase of demand. But conservatively speaking, I would hold off on investing into real estate until you see what happened after 2024. You definitely see a drop, but I don't foresee it's going to be a huge drop. It would definitely be a great opportunity to invest in real estate at that time. So for now, you can focus on more liquid asset like stocks, Bitcoin, or other things. And then you can switch to real estate when the drop happened over there. That would be my strategy to invest in this upcoming market in the future. It's always been my style to invest whenever there's a panic. Everyone else don't want to buy, I'll buy it. And then when people finish panicking, stuff go back to normal and I'll profit. There's always going to be some small drop here and there, but not a big drop like we're foreseeing in 2024. Thinking back to the market, you see a rise in 2017 and then a drop in 2018 where a lot of people lose money, and then previous year a lot of people win money. Looking at next year, 2022, it's going to be a 50-50 year. You're going to see some people make money, the other half going to lose money. It depends on what you're holding. Real estate is same. You're going to see some rise and some decline. I mean, look at the commercial sector right now. You already see a slowdown in company investing into real estate right now. I think a lot of people are buying into it too quickly. Now the price is overinflated, but you're not going to see a drop because there's still a demand for real estate. A lot of places are short on housing, so you're not going to see a drop, but more like a flatlining of the prices. Then there's going to be some trigger point in 2024 that causes the drop. We don't know what it is yet, but it's going to be related to real estate for sure after 2024. At the end of the day, we got to understand that luck comes in cycle, and the shift in 2024 is the shift in the land luck. You're not going to be lucky forever. I mean, what are the chances of you going to bet red and then it's going to hit red 20 times? And then on the 21st time, it's going to hit black. Then you're going to blame it on unknown factors. Luck is not always going to be on your side. What you can do is take advantage of it when it is on your side. But then you got to know when to stop when you know luck is about to leave you. Real estate is a long-term investment. That's why the land of the luck shifts every 20 years. It doesn't happen every year, but it's a long-term trend that you can grasp onto. Probably a couple of times in your lifetime. You're not going to get that many opportunities because it happened 20 years. I mean, how many 20 years do you have in your life? If you live to 100, you can probably see only 5 of them. So at the end of the day, my advice is to, if you're already invested, consider liquidating some of the higher risk one. You don't want to see like the Evergrande situation in China happening here, where you're overexposed to a bunch of risky assets. If you have some real estate, consider selling off some of the high value one and then save your capital to reinvest after 2024. This year is a great year. Next year will be great because like it's gonna be a flat year in the next 2 years. I predict it's gonna be flat in 2022, 2023 for sure. It's gonna be a flat year. If you're not invested, I would hold off on investing right now. Save your capital and wait for the right opportunity. Unless you see some very good deals, like it's a big foreclosure, property selling at 20% of the original value, something like that. Some really good deal. Regardless of what you decide, live your life to the fullest, like mine. If you enjoyed this video, consider sharing with your friend. The like button if you enjoyed it. Also, comment down below if you have any questions regarding anything I just mentioned. Next week, I'll give you guys an update on my credit card situation. Until next time!